Hello. Before we start, make sure to subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell to receive updates when we upload new videos. Keep watching until the end of the video to see the interior shots, exterior shots and the full review. A third-generation SUV coupe that's clearly not everyone's cup of tea, but in initial top-of-the-line performance guise there's no denying its raw speed, engaging dynamics nor its luxury appeal. Introduced to the BMW lineup back in 2008, the high-riding model is largely credited with kick-starting a whole new segment for luxuriously equipped premium brand SUV-cum-coupes, the likes of which now include such sought-after rivals like the Audi Q8, Mercedes-Benz GLE Coupe, Porsche Cayenne Coupe and Range Rover Sport. But whatever you think about the X6, there's no denying its success. Up to now, over 446,000 have been produced at BMW Spartanburg plant in the US. And despite the increased competition, as well as increasingly tight emissions regulations in key markets, global demand for big BMWs continues to grow. The 2020 model year X6, known internally under the codename G06, flaunts a predictably evolutionary design with a bold front end featuring a new interpretation of BMW's signature grille that can now be had with optional illumination, a broad-shouldered body and heavily curved roofline, hues that have characterized the big four-wheel drive for over 11 years now. At the rear, the new BMW model is arguably sleeker than ever before, sharing its look with the second-generation X4, most notably in the shape of its tail lamps and exaggerated angle of its large tailgate. In a new development, BMW now offers both a standard on-road and optional off-road package on selected models, the latter of which gives the X6 a noticeably more rugged appearance than any time in the past, with added underbody protection, added ground clearance, specific mapping and driving modes for the four-wheel drive system and off-road tires. The X6's relationship to the more upright X5 and newly introduced X7, alongside which it is produced at BMW Spartanburg factory in the US, remains a close one. The interior, largely shared with that used by the latest X5 and new X7, has been heavily redesigned with higher-grade materials and the latest generation of BMW's iDrive system, complete with digital instruments and a 12.3-inch touchscreen display for the infotainment functions. It is impeccably finished, runs just about every conceivable electronic driving aid BMW can muster, and thanks to broad front seats with every which-way adjustment, it's wonderfully comfortable. Seating remains restricted to 5 owing to the heavy curvature of the roof. However, occupying the second row of seats now benefits from added leg and shoulder room. Heading the petrol lineup is the 2020 BMW X6 M50i, driven here with a twin-turbocharged 4.4-litre V8 engine developing 390 kilowatts and a generous 750 Nm of torque. BMW's efforts to give the X6 a more luxurious air are obvious the moment you step up into it. The quality of the interior and level of standard equipment, not least its long list of electronic driving aids, are well beyond that of earlier models. The driving position is also a little less upright and more genuinely coupe-like than before. It's all in keeping with moves the German carmaker says are aimed at providing the new model with its own individual character separate to that of the mechanically identical X5. The X6 M50i makes light work of its 2,235 kg curb weight with terrific flexibility and urgency on part throttle loads around town, and the ability to serve up the sort of performance to fully justify its M branding in sport mode out on the open road. BMW claims a 0 to 100 km/h time of just 4.3 seconds, which is just 0.3 seconds slower than that of the second-generation X6 M6, whose more heavily tuned twin-turbocharged 4.4-litre V8 petrol engine kicked out 423 kilowatts and 750 newton-meters. Top speed, meanwhile, is limited to 250 km/h. There's an imbibing willingness and deep-seated smoothness to the delivery of its engine that makes the most powerful of all new third-generation X6 models to date a crushingly effective proposition over longer distances, despite the constant flow of wind noise and tire roar that enters the cabin at motorway speeds. It's not only the engine that distinguishes itself, though. The speed and intuitive nature in which the gearbox performs gear changes also play a central role in the driving appeal. We've always been quite impressed at how well the X6 handles for something of its size, and this latest model only serves to reinforce that feeling. The standard specification mates adaptive dampers to a steel-sprung suspension, though our test car was underpinned by an optional air suspension, which brings variable ride height qualities. Along with the standard steering, it also featured the optional integral rear steer system for added maneuverability at lower speeds and greater agility out on the open road.
Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. Subscribe to Auto TV.